So you stayed for 3 weeks around the time?
Yeah. 2 weeks. I went away. I came back with another couple. I was resting here. I still didn't get the idea of the story I'm supposed to make. I have to get a story coming here. Not here, not this place. Crossing the Mato Grosso, crossing the Amazon, and continuing. And what they did here, I found out was terrible. I found out a couple of days ago, the Iguazu Falls. Have you ever been there?
Yes, the south, yes.
7 falls. He says there's only one now.
Yes.
That they're idiots.
Fantastic idiots.
Oh,
Just to make some
on.
energy.
Huh?
Just to make some energy.
It's energy. You use that energy to dream. All that water coming down.
It's fantastic.
Use it as it comes. Look at the force. It'll go 15 times this distance in 10 seconds.
Yes.
What a phony engineer they had. That's the only place in the world that had 7 of them, and in the middle one.
It's like a canal of water coming down.
Yeah, but it's a fall, one fall next to another.
Yes.
And the middle one was they call it the Devil's Throat.
Mm-hmm.
And they call it the Devil's Throat because when we saw it from the air, it looked like a big plume of white smoke. And the pilot said, "That's not smoke, that's spray. That water is coming down so hard, that's the spray coming up. And that's the Devil's Throat." And I said, what the falls? He said, there are 7 down there.
Yeah, they call the Setiqueras.
Oh, the idiots. That's your fault. You could have stopped them from doing it.
Yeah, we did try.
Instead of gambling, you could have stopped them. No, did you try to stop them?
Yes, for sure, for a long time.
The image of you walking into this village with a Remington and a Beretta, Sam Fuller walks into this village, the first thing you see are dogs and little children. It's to me a kind of striking image. I just wanted to ask you, I heard some rumors you're pretty hard on children.
No. The first thing, they were like babies to me. Now I have to carry a damn, where was that goddamn thing? Yeah, do I frighten children? Look at that baby. I saw so many of them like this. This village, these Indians, the entire reason for existence, babies. If a baby is kidnapped from this village and they go out and get the kidnapper and they kill him, they behead him, and they hang the head outside the chief's shack, you want to say, for 3 days and 3 nights, because here they don't think everybody is completely evil. 10% of the son of a bitch baby kidnapper will be inherited by the papa of the baby. Now that's something I didn't think of to tell you.
Yeah.
Miko? That's good, and it's on him.
Is that true, or you making
Oh,
it?
no, that's true. Are you kidding?
That is true?
Of course that's true. They'll deny it because the guy says, I never saw that dead man alive.
Okay, some reactions?
Not reactions.
What was it?
No,
let's make more
you'll need it in the cutting room, I'm telling
More
you.
reactions. It's a lot of.
Yeah.
I'm on your side.
You don't need any?
I need
You
just
need.
But you have cigarettes. You have cigarettes.
Storaro, damn Storaro.
You have cigarettes.
waiting for
Yeah,
Storaro.
but get some with and some without, right? You want first
Maybe
Makeup, please, makeup.
you make,
with? Wardrobe.
you listen and then you take the cigarette and you light it and then.
Uh-oh.
That's the safest way to do it. It means in the intercut, he threw away the cigarette. That's all, very safe. But don't do that with expensive cigars.
No.
Hey, did you bring those smokes for me yet?
Yeah.
You have them here with you? You're not in the apartment, in your house.
Big one.
No, in the other room.
Big
They're
shed.
the ones that have the Cuban leaves.
Yeah.
2 or 3 boxes. 1.
25.
What's the name?
I think.
Oh, I forget. What were they? Brasilia? No.
No. Oro.
That's all right, I'll see it. Big ones or little ones?
The big. Nice.
He's on your side, all right.
They did look, they smelled nice. They looked nice.
Oh, that's good. I'm feeling much better. Because
I'm
I
curious
don't
to
mind
see
getting
what you
cancer,
think.
but I want class when I die of cancer. I don't want a shitty little 2-bit real
We need
crappy,
to have Cuban cancer at least.
crappy cigar.
Check.
Like these. This is cheap cigars.
Really, the lowest. Philadelphia.
Lowest.
5 cents for the last 50 years, then 10 cents, then 20. I don't know if they're still.
They still make them, yeah.
They manufacture them in such a way it's terrible.
But you know what they use them for now? The Jamaican guys started this. They cut them open, throw the tobacco out, just leave the wrapper, fill it with marijuana, sensimilla. And they make a cigar leaf Phillies filled with sensimilla,
Really?
and they smoke like that.
And it's a big seller.
The Rasta guy.
I said it's a big seller.
It's a big seller. How many of these kids are yours, Sam? How many of these kids are yours in this village?
It's. I don't think it's any of your business. That's a personal question. How many are here are yours? Because you claim you've never been here. It's not. I haven't had that verified. Have you ever been here before? Did you ever give 2 or 3 bastards a chance to be born? You? You don't like baby bastards? You don't like them? Don't you like a baby bastard?
I like baby bastards.
No, I want to smile. Smile for him. This is what I want. That's it. What else do you want? I'm thinking of you in the cutting room. Mika.
Some reactions.
Reactions on you. Oh, you want? I'll say anything and you react.
Right. Tell about Shirley Temple drunk.
You got what?
Shirley
Tell me
Temple.
about Barbara Stanwyck on horseback.
She's great, and I'll tell you about her, and let's see how much balls you have. I told her the story a year ago, a year before I wrote it, and when I wrote it, and I cast it. And in one scene, I told her in the restaurant a year ago before that, Romanovs. There's one scene where the horse bucks. A twister hits the countryside. The horse goes panicky. You're thrown. You put his cord in his stirrup and he drags you. And houses and brush and everything is flying through the air. When he was 12, World War I propellers, 16 feet in height. Close. And there'll be a problem getting a stuntman to do it. She said, I'll do it. Now we both were drinking lunch in the room. Now when I'm ready to go, and now when I'm ready to shoot, before I shoot, Janek said, who the hell is going to play the woman? I got the girl for you. She was watching you write it. She knows you. And I'm excited about the idea. Her agent called, Charlie Feldman, and said she's going to do it. He says, Charlie has no business telling anybody who's going to be in your picture. He said, he said, anyways, Monroe. I said, it's wonderful. She's wrong. He said, Sammy, Marilyn Monroe, and 40 guns. Each gun is a woman, a man, she lays. She picks them. They eat with her. They sleep with her. It's a Western. She doesn't pay taxes. She owns a ranch. Now listen. I said, I gave it to Zanwick. So, she's an old lady. I said, I gave it to her. And he asked the question I love. When was this? I said, a year ago. Did you tell her she has the part? That's all I want to know. I said, yes. He said, Stanwyck plays it. And he named her Barbara Stanwyck. That's how well he knows her. So, but I'm not getting any reaction out of your face. All you're doing is nodding. And all I feel I'm saying to you is, you want to make $1,000 a minute? Or do you want to make $100,000 a minute? Come on. Or do you want to be hitting the back in the mouth with a bat? You don't want to be hitting the mouth with a bat. No. Now I want to see some reaction.
Okay, that's how he reacts.
Now you can do this on something that's a horrible thing I said.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Do you understand what I mean?
Right.
That's all I meant.
That's all right. Thank you, guys.
It's a pleasure. Where do we go for lunch? So now, one question I think he can answer. It's not an easy question. Do they use money here? Do they buy anything here with cruzeiros?
Ele quer saber se hoje a aldeia aqui, se o Karajá usa dinheiro do branco. Como usa dinheiro do branco? Usa para comprar coisas? Precisa de dinheiro do branco hoje?
Está precisando coisa, mas não que ele quer, mas não quer sapato, camisa, coisa. Na hora aí usa a moça toda.
Okay, he says, yeah, nowadays, they use money. Because the younger generation, they want shoes, they want shirts, they want everything, and then they need money and use money.
Okay, thank you very much.
Tá, ele agradece muito a sua conversa com ele.
Thank you. What a shot this is. What a shot this is.
Então, pessoal,
Goddamn street. Hey, you didn't know he was a champion wrestler.
yeah.
I try to bring home something because I hope in America, this is for America, no one else. That they're civilized and we're not. That's all I wanted to bring out.
Great.
Vicious bastards hurting somebody for a buck. Hey, for a buck. That's how I feel about it. Do you agree?
Exactly.
Oh, gee, that burns me out. How's your stomach? Your stomach okay? Oh, do you feel sick a little? Oh. Well, you know, I think I learned the word in Karajá. I don't know. Uru. That means wind. He could light his pipe, and I couldn't. I couldn't light my cigar. You want me to take a shot of you? Give me that. Let me take a shot of you. What do I press? I pushed this. Nothing. I heard nothing. You told me to push this
It says
one.
rec. It's recording all
It
the
is,
time.
right?
It says in the corner of the
This one
loop.
here?
This one.
Which one?
That one. This one is the rec.
It's shaking too much. I got a couple of you got a beautiful place and it's 3/4 looks great. Can they get that? Can they get that covering, that hat, that clothes or something? Just something he can take off.
Some kind of mask.
What he wore in the thing,
With his father.
something like
With
that.
his father.
No, I don't mean it. This fellow, he was in what? Oh, his father was in it.
Yes.
You mean his father was the one eaten up?
Yeah.
The one I photographed? Holy smoke.
Yeah. In here, somewhere here.
Well, you know, I'm trying to connect it with the shots from the film.
Because I think it's good because you have this opening, you know, crocodile, piranha, bird,
Yeah, oh yeah.
man eating man and crocodile eating man, you know.
Very good. Well, you'll guide me on that. I didn't know that was the man I used.
Yes.
I thought the man I used, his father was killed by it. And he'll tell me where. So this man's father was attacked and eaten up by a crocodile.
Yes.
He only speaks Karajá.
He speaks Portuguese better than the other guy, so it will be easier to interview with him.
All right. So then he can ask him in Portuguese.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be much better and be much easier.
I'm going to take a little walk up there.
If you
No,
find a nice
the
location,
river. This is a man. I know what I want to see.
because it's a crocodile, it's the river, you know.
Okay.
The river and crocodile connect.
That's no fantasy anymore, is it? Is that the river? Which way do I go? This way?
Tiedätkö tuota aurinko? Aurinkorasva.
I'd like to see more of the weird category of.
Oh yes, it's good for you when you're directing your picture. You put that down, and only you will know, really, because you're not going to shoot. You're going to play with something. The film is there for you to play. The film says, "Use me, use me." You see.
I got to ask you an unrelated question.
Oh.
What the hell is this thing on your hat anyway? What is that?
Tinikling is a
Tinikling?
Tinikling is a Filipino word. Tinikling is a children's game. A game. And they play that game by a boy holds two big poles, very long bamboo poles. A boy 15 feet away from him holds the other ends of those poles. You've seen a lot of kids play this. Now they lift the poles off the ground and they start cracking them. Whack,
Oh, yeah, I've
whack,
seen
whack. The third boy there has to jump in with his foot and out because he can have his ankle broken. So Now I use that through the whole story of Tinicling because those two poles are Spain. And for 400 years, they kicked the shit out of the people in the Philippines. The person hopping in and out, that's the Filipino. And if you hit, you have a broken leg. And I'm very touchy about that subject, see. And I saw the kids playing. In
the Philippines.
And I use it as an allegorical thing, that's all. So that's called Tinicling.
That explains it.
Okay?
Yeah, thanks.
You have chewing tobacco?
By the way. Those are maybe for Krista.
We can buy it.
No, for you. What kind do you chew?
Me, I don't
Yeah, well, look at it. I knew it.
Talking.
Kind of you chew, Red Man?
Look at that reaction. Wow. That's a real Clark Gable reaction.
He looks like a good baseball manager from like the 40s and 50s.
Who struck out at the wrong moment in the last innings.
My father almost made it to the Orioles as a pitcher.
Really?
His mother didn't let him. You remind me a lot of my father.
Good. Well, I use an actor whose dream, you've probably heard of him anyway, was to be a ball player. And his father, they're all fans, his father was a great fan. And he explained, it was Jeff Chandler, and he was his boy. Yeah. And the father said, look, it's the only thing in the world, football, there's 11 guys, basketball, crap, bicycle. But a ball player, he's on his own. I don't care outfield, infield, whatever it is. The camera is on him. In the newsreels in those days. You can't be good to be a ball player. You've got to be great, and you are not great. And it irked him because the father loved professional perfection. Can you understand that?
So nature is like their spirit, their God.
It is their God, although they don't know what God is. We don't either, but we get away with murder.
What is God to you?
Nature. See, I've read enough books to know that in the papers a couple of months ago, they found a skeleton 2,500,000 years old. They can tell by the cambium of the tree.
Right.
And the rings they made. So 100 or 200 years ago, they planted trees, and the physicists, environment people, all kinds of scientists followed the history of those trees, and over a period of 100 years, many of them died, they found out how many years it takes for a ring. And when they found this skeleton 2,500,000 years ago, he was on his knees, half on his knees. He could have been sleeping, just a skeleton, but on his feet were a kind of straw, but the thickest, toughest straw, and they ascertained that these were the shoes they wore in those days. Now when you ask me about God and all that, I'm talking about 2,500,000. One day it'll be 1 billion years ago. We don't know how many stars there are. We don't know how many planets there are. The greatest goddamn astronomers in the world know nothing. They say this will come here, that'll come here. We know Halley's Comet because it's annual, that's all. But I think anybody knows a goddamn thing about that, and certainly nobody knows anything at all about death, ever. And a lot of people are preaching death as another life and getting paid for it. Well, it's a good racket.
Yeah. Don't you see, do you think of organized religion as just another part of the big lie?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not a lie. It's a comforting gesture to people who are alive and afraid to die. Most people are. Because it's a mystery. What happens to you is at the end. If you kill an ant, is at the end? Does the ant have a soul? It's all like that. I know in the war, every dog face was only worried about one thing, death. I never met one that wanted to go to heaven. I never met one that 3 years who believed in heaven. They all knew that right 10 feet away are 4 dead men, see? And it's Sicily, and it's very hot. And they have big humps on their wrists of meat. Their flesh is turning, it's burnished. The reason there's a ring there on there, that's covering a watch. When you see that, and generally the people you see are after a fight are not like in movies. You see, they're blown up by bullets. The intestines are there. The shit is there. All that stuff. So nobody there is in one chance in a million is thinking of God save me. It's one chance in 10 billion. The only thing that can save him is that the guy on the left or right, he gets hit instead of you. And there's nothing wrong in religion. If somebody really believes it, and there is a heaven, I think it's wonderful. But I don't like it when people charge them and get money from them for that. That means embezzled heaven. You're stealing heaven, you see, in a cheap way. And if a person really believes in his own God, whatever the religion is, means nothing to me. He can be walking down the street, he could be sitting having a cigar, he could be drinking and praying if he wants to. I don't see, but they got the people used to coming to one area, one place, whether it's a temple or a church, and there are too many elements, like an octopus, of the religion. And those elements now become their own religion. And those elements are fight themselves. 16th century or whatever the hell it was, the Huguenots. And the Catholics made a massacre of Protestants. Yeah. Oh, that's ridiculous.
The Spanish Inquisition.
That's right. Oh.
The Crusades.
So if you can convince me that I'm going to go to heaven and see girls in bikinis, you're going to have a tough guy to convince. That's all I can tell you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good. Say, we make one. Keep working up.